All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Recipe of the Week is being brought to you by Wide Open Food Company, Dizzy Bird up there with AnythingSauces.com. Well, Marty and Rochelle took tonight off, and I thought, you know what? I need to get somebody that would really enjoy this, and I couldn't think of anybody better than my good friend Shannon Brown. She owns Our Table Catering Service, and her and her husband Chris are two of my best friends in the whole wide world, and she is an awesome cook. Let me tell you, I didn't get this way by passing up too many meals over there, but you've really done it, Shannon. This is Chris kind of asked you a question and said, this is a man show. Now, you were going to do like a pecan cheesecake or something?
Pecan pie cheesecake, because it's November and Thanksgiving's coming.
That's right, and he talked you out of this.
He did. He said, you can't do that.
Thank you, Chris Brown. Well, what do you got there for us?
Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit of my basics for cooking a tenderloin. It can be a pork tenderloin. It can be a beef tenderloin. It can be a pork tenderloin, turkey. Venison. Elk,
moose.
Yeah.
The
keys to any good tenderloin are underneath it and on top of it. So for this one, underneath is a mirepoix, is what we call it, which is just a big fancy word for cut up onions, celery, and carrots.
Okay.
And you just rough cut them.
What do you call it again now?
Mirepoix.
Mirepoix.
Yeah, big fancy word.
My new word for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cut up your onions and your celery and your carrots. You just kind of throw it on the tray, spread it out, mix it up, put your tenderloin down on top of that. My pork loin, I like to wrap in bacon because I want to keep it moist. So this is a smaller one than I would typically cook. Usually I'm feeding masses of people. But for tonight I brought a little one because you can apply this technique to any size tenderloin. So I just spread some Dijon mustard across the top. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I take some bacon, lay it side by side on top of it. And then after you get them all there, you just kind of give it a quick lift and tuck. You can roll it if you want to, whatever you need to do, just so you can get that bacon all the way around the tenderloin. Set it back down. We'll stick it in the oven and roast it at 375 for typically 30 minutes per pound, depending on the size of your tenderloin. You want to check it. Every oven's different. So the Dijon mustard on the top is going to form a crust as it bakes. And then the mirepoix underneath, or your vegetables underneath, basically helps to keep the meat evenly cooking, because as the pan gets hot, if the meat is sitting directly on it, then the bottom's going to cook faster. So these vegetables laying underneath, and you can use any vegetable you want. If you would rather have broccoli and cauliflower and carrots, do that. Because all they're doing is providing a cushion so that the middle of the meat cooks the same temperature as the outside of the meat. The vegetables underneath will soak up some of the heat to keep it from burning on the bottom. So after it's roasted, it comes out, looks like this. And then you let it rest for 10 minutes so that the meat can absorb all that moisture back into it. And you can slice it as thick or as thin as you want it. I typically go a little bit thicker with a pork loin.
That's your piece, and I'll take the rest.
Because I happen to like pork loin, so I cut mine just a little bit thicker.
Can I tell you what Chris told me?
Go ahead.
Chris said, you take the vegetables and you just throw them away.
Some people do. You can eat them if you want. Chris sometimes eats the vegetables. But basically, there's your pork loin. You can eat it a little bit pink. That's where I like it. Because if it's too white, it's generally overcooked. It gets real dry. Nobody wants a dry pork loin.
Nobody wants a dry pork loin.
Right. And that's basically all there is to it.
Shannon, that looks so good. And it is very, very delicious. I mean, the smell. Is the smell? Can you smell it?
It's great.
Dude, it's killing me. But like I said, y'all can have one piece. I got the rest. Check her out. Our Table Catering. Let me tell you something. For any of your needs, whether it become for Thanksgiving, Christmas, company get-togethers, company parties, weddings, bar mitzvahs, anything. We can handle it all at Our Table Catering. I promise you, you'll get some fine victuals like this. You'll be the hit of the party. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Hey, and if you have any problem whatsoever not getting a hold of her, you get a hold of me, and I'll get you in touch with her quick. All right. I have to tease to my sauces. I have to tell you, those anything sauces. And let me tell you, he's coming out with a couple of new ones. Marty and Rochelle are coming out with a couple of new ones that is just gonna flood your taste buds. you just want them all the time. And we are using their sauces on just about everything. When they tell it's anything, it is on anything. All right, we got to do our contest next. We have a nice package of Stan Sloan Zora baits. These are spinner baits and heads and wobble heads and everything else that you can use right now can make your day out on the lake very successful. We'll be the fifth caller here at 737-7767. We got a nice little package for you right now. Hurry back to more Southern Woods and Waters.